What's up, buddy? Thanks, AuthorBot. Feel weird calling you AuthorBot. what's what's your real name, man? I'm Jason. That's like AuthorBot. Appreciate it. Thank you. Right on. I got you. The first name is D. All right. Chill. What's up, man? I just figured I'd jump on for a few. I was gonna have my music on, but I'd hate to have the, IG attack me. That's exactly what's going on. Here's a little sneak peek. All right. So I got that going on. And that's the next panel. So Duke's just asked the old man, what's the five fingers say to the face? AuthorBot, I have a playlist that I make. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. I have a playlist that I make pretty much per comic that I'm drawing. Kind of like kind of fits the theme. So so I got this. I got a playlist. Yeah, the slap's pretty bad, D, but Duke's face says everything. I told you he's a real POS. He enjoys every ounce of this. So, you got this going on here. I posted that a little bit earlier. I think yesterday I posted this. So, I got that. You gotta tighten the lines up here, though. So... yeah, Duke's he's a real great guy. So, yo, what's up, Jerry? I told you, Duke is a real piece of work. So, I'm pretty excited because the next page, I can start a new page, which I've said like that's like amazing to me. Just starting a new page is like awesome. It's just such a great. Yo, what's up, Cammy? Like starting a new page is like really exciting because it's just like a fresh start, and you kind of look at my thumbnails, see what I got going on, and so yeah, this is pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited that Here's a little fun fact for anyone if you've seen any of my other stuff or if you have Hunter's Moon or whatever. You notice that the knee plates flex. Like, yeah, Dave. I might have to get that headband so I can wear it. And see, I used to have long hair like this during COVID, the early days of the pandemic. My job, they relaxed our grooming standards, obviously, because of everything. So, we were able to have beards, and I grew my hair out because I couldn't get a haircut. So I had my hair pretty long. And so, yeah, there's a couple times I put a green bandana on, and I've walked around the house with this look. Now, I'll tell you something funny. Believe it or not, Duke's look here isn't too dissimilar from me in high school. So I was very much into freestyle BMX and vert ramp riding and all that street freestyle bike stuff. So that was, I'm not gonna lie, this was pretty much my look. This is pretty much my look here. So, but now I don't have, now that, I went back to my normal haircut, and so I don't have the long hair anymore. I do miss it though. It was a hassle, but it was also really cool to have. So, yeah, so Duke's a real. When I think of Duke, I just think of every person I never liked. So, every person that was a real, was a jerk in school, or somebody that has that stuck in that permanent middle school, high school mentality of, a bully, and that's Duke for sure, major bully. But sometimes they say, as big and bad as you think you are, there's always someone bigger and badder, right? That's what they say. So I can tell you right now that that's pretty accurate, at least for this book. So anyway, I was saying, if you've seen like Hunter's Moon and stuff, like the Convictor's knee pads flex. Like a lot of times, if he's standing upright, they're just like a black line that runs down. And well, this one. Yeah, Duke's definitely in his 30s, so that's my point. Not a whole lot of prospect for good old Duke in the in Gut City. So it's either you continue to be a bully and run your own street gang or whatever, and that's there's not a lot of hope here in Gut City. So Duke doesn't have it. He doesn't have a very good skill set. Yo, what's up, Soups? Yeah, Duke's skill set just isn't there. Yeah, it was always something like, I've seen knee pads and stuff, but, I come from a tactical background because of my job and stuff like that. So, I kind of put that into play here when I redesigned the Convictor last year. Just gave the suit a little bit of an update, more of a flexible tactical thing. So I kind of thought like, hey, what would, a flexing knee pad would be preferred as opposed to just like one big plate, and or having it just attached to his boot here, and then it would stick out like that. So I thought, considering his background and former soldier, the man's a ninja, so I just figured a flexing plate would be pretty cool. So I kind of went with that. Came up with that like last year. Yeah, early 2020. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I keep thinking it's early 2020. I redesigned his whole suit, gave him more of a because he used to. The suit didn't really change much. It's been kind of similar. I just gave it a little bit more of a more of a, more of a, just if it was, something the military would have devised, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I want here with him. Super team up with Spaceman, Super X, Dino, Xenoman. Whew. That's intense, bro. So now I'm working on his, these are like the shin guards on his, right? On his thing, like the kick pads, almost, if you will. Yeah, you know what, D? It's like one of those things, like, I've had a lot of time to think about this, and when I've created the character, and it was one of those things where I needed to understand, because that's, like, I'm analytical, right? You just, whether it's my personality type or, I guess it is, because I've always wanted to know the details of things. Like, I always say that there's always a panel in between a panel. There's always something. There's always something here. And that's the details for me. So I always like to have the details ironed out. And so I always wanted to say, I'm like, well, I always wondered what's in his pouches. I always wondered, I want, like Batman. Like Batman, they kind of explain all the stuff that's in Batman's pouches, right? And so I wanted, Convict to be kind of the same. And so I decided, that I kind of said, well, I'm gonna, if I ever wanted to be asked, I'm gonna be able to rattle off, yes, this is what it is. So that was, what I tried to do. So right now we got this thing he's perched up on up here, right? Sorry, I realized I was drawing out of frame. My bad. So I got this, right? This like light thing he's sitting up on top of the alley. Yeah, actually, I'm going to take that away right now. From a perspective standpoint, you would not see the side of his boots, his tabby boots. What's a good ninja warrior without tabby boots, right? Yeah. So he definitely wears tabby boots. His tabby boots are a little more updated, though. They have, see, I'll tell you something. Like, this suit he has, right? It was originally a military prototype, right? And this is something, I've talked about this here and there, but his whole suit is a combination of his military prototype suit that he has, right? It's called the Nimbus, all right, which is an acronym. It stands for Nanite Integrated Mobile Battle Utility Suit. So, Battlefield Utility Suit. So that's what the Nimbus stands for. So that was it's made from the DoD, and it was given to him, only one, and obviously he was supposedly killed in action. Obviously he was not. The suit is the only prototype. They figured it was lost. Here we are, right? So this is him. So then he goes on to train with this ninja clan, and he my dog. If you just heard, my dog just walked here and just shook everything. He was Ninja Clan, and he, on that fateful night when the actual Convictor was born, or the idea of the Convictor was born, he actually put on this Nimbus battle suit underneath of his ninja gi, his ninja warrior gi, right? Now, you know these are nanites. If you've heard me talk, the suit's integrated with nanites. So the nanites are always trying to adapt. They're always trying to learn. And they're, what ends up happening is it's a combination. The nanites integrate with this ninja gi. And it becomes basically what you see here. I mean, it changes over time, but this is basically what it is. So that's why this is a combination of both. Hence the gray color, because the ninja clan he was part of, their color scheme was gray. That was their, so that's hence the gray color. But it still has the capabilities. That's where the mask comes from. Obviously, this is not a military mask, and so yeah. What's up, Anthony? Hey, Soups, I can't have anybody in the live. I'm drawing, so I'm doing a live draw. I can't really have anyone jump on. Do the back plating right now. This suit, the plating is it's like a polymer, ballistic polymer weave, right? It's so it's flexible. It's not heavy plates. So because he's still got the backpack. It's got to go here. All right, got the backpack. All right, got the Ninjato, the swords here, and so that's here. So that's how I'm putting all this in. This backpack goes here. We know the backpack holds the teku and all that kind of good stuff, right? All right, from here we have this is where the other rest of his bandolier goes. And so now what I have to do is I have to box out here. Now, this is a couple months after Hunter's Moon, so he had a particular setup on his non-pistol leg. He had a different setup. So what I'm doing is I'm giving myself some space here to line up. Right, I'm just boxing out how I'm gonna do these pouches. Right, can't be a '90s comic without having pouches. Right, shit, we all know that. I'm doing the leg pieces here, and because I'm really detail oriented, because I've seen guys draw pouches, and they just basically look like they're painted on. They don't give them any. There's no dimensional space to them, and that always bothers me. Now he has the leg strap here for the pouches. This is another thing I do. All right, I have the pouch of space, but I'm also give the leg strap its own. So I put it through here, so I can kind of see where it is. So I know if I have space, if I decide not to put another pouch up here, if I want to put the leg strap, because the leg strap itself is thick. So, I have to give that. I have to give myself space for that. So he's definitely got the pouches. He's crouching here, right? What good vigilante doesn't crouch? And so there's knuckles here, right? Got knuckles. Now, D, you have Hunter's Moon. I'd be all about him being in Mortal Kombat Soups. So D, you have the Hunter's Moon, right? So in Hunter's Moon, I'm going to point something out to you guys. Now, towards the end of the book in Hunter's Moon, when he finally got away from the werewolf, right? He finally got away from him, and he was able to retreat into the old parts of the underground parts of the city, where he stays, where he hides out. The nanotech here were able to assimilate information. They pulled information from the fight, the battlefield, the fight with the Wolfman, and they got information, and they were able to give that. Well, that information, the reason he was able to get that information from the nanites, he does not communicate. The nanites do not communicate directly. There is no symbiotic, there's symbiotic relationship, yes, but there is no communication between the actual Convictor and the nanites. Anytime you see talking with the nanites, they're talking to themselves. They're like a hive kind of thing, so they're talking to themselves, and but the information that they acquire is able to be pulled off of the system via an interface. That interface is here. If you saw that he was holding this small panel, right, that he was reading, and it gave him the information that they were able to gather on the werewolf, right? That is stored in here, right here. Right? You can pull it from here. It's like a little readout that sits like right here on the inside of his glove. They can put it, it's kind of it's a flexible LCD screen, and he's able to look at. Also, pure military hardware. So that's what that he was holding. It wasn't a cell phone. It was literally a piece of the suit that's able to assimilate battlefield information. And that's what that was. Yeah, he's an interesting character. Oh, that was part of this was from the original Kickstarter for Hunter's Moon. We had these made. They're part of one of the stretch goals for the Hunter's Moon Kickstarter. So it was gray, yellow. It's actually inset. I've worn this thing. I've worn this swimming in the summer. I've worn this sweating my ass off mowing the yard or doing yard work, going to the gym or whatever. And I tell you what, for the most part, the quality's there. Like, I would definitely use this company again for this because it's inset and it's just the quality's there. Now this is my thin green line, for the military. But yeah. Hey D, I still got some. So I can send one your way when with the I can send one your way with the Resurgence Kickstarter, no problem. If you really want one. I got plenty of them. I had a bunch of them. I think we had like 300-400 of them made because it was like one of those deals like you pay for 100, you get 200 or 300 more for free. So that was how it was. All right, now I'm gonna work on this. Work on boxing out these pouches. Now, realistically, his legs are splayed out. All right, because if you're crouching, your elbows sit here, so your knees, they align with your knees, right? So your legs are going to be out a bit. So if I'm going to do these pouches, right, I have to give them a bottom, just a little bit, just a slight bottom, because of the position of the knees. So that said, right, so I did that. So this is my pouch, the top of my pouch is right here. So I'm going to curve them a bit too. Bring them in. I'm going to curve them a bit. And then with the top, I'm going to dip it. See how I'm putting a little notch in it? I'm trying to give it just a bit of three-dimensional space. Just a little bit. Alright, so the pouch is here. Now I'm going to bring the lid, the top of the pouch is out, right? Same thing here. Top of the pouch is out. You ever seen pouches? No, I wear pouches for a living at work. So, that's kind of how pouches are. Now I'm going to make these ones a little bit different than the ones that are on his chest bandolier. One of those chest bandolier are kind of like very specific, right? They have this other piece that runs down here. So I'm going to give these ones, I'm going to give these a square button. Just to make them look a little different, because they're larger than those ones on his chest, because ones on his chest hold shuriken and you know, and stuff like that. I like to pretend, because in Hunter's Moon he had these on his leg, but in Hunter's Moon they had, if you look at Hunter's Moon, they had M4 rifle magazines in them. That's what were stored in them. They were stored in a hard tactical case, or hard composite case, where with the rifle mags slid into them and locked in. Right, he had that up with his pistol mags on the other side too. This one, we're going to go with pouches on this one. And what would these pouches hold? Well, let's see. I think these two right here would probably hold, considering this is a couple months after after Hunter's Moon, and there's still plenty of vampires running around. Plenty of those thrallers, or believe it or not, still loose in the city. The Dracula had so many transported to Gut City because he truly did not have any faith in Talbot being able to finish off the Convictor. It was like a backup, it was a contingency plan. So these thrallers are still all over the place in the city. They're still everywhere. And so I like to think that, and this is months after, so this is after Convictor has already battled Dracula and all that. So I'm going to say there's probably some vampire repellent type items in here, so maybe some wooden stakes, maybe a thing of holy water, something like that. So there's probably some of that floating around in here, I think. And I like to think that's probably what's going on. Because again, he's a man on a mission, so he's definitely mission specific. So he would definitely, I would think if these pouches were here. See, here's something you're going to see. If these pouches were here, realistically, they're going to be over top of his calf. Right? So I think you're going to be over top of his calf a bit. I think his calf would obviously be underneath of him. So, so doing some stuff. Doing some Convictor stuff. Right? I have certain things with the Convictor's mask I always have to make sure I do, where he's got these pits in the where the eyes are. Right, he's got these pits in the corner. He's got the overhang on the mask. Obviously, we have this. Right, boom. We have that part. This is a little too wide for my liking. I'm going to bring this up. What's up, Chris? Chris, I'm making a mess for you with these pencils. Thank God you're used to my slop. You're used to dealing with my stuff, buddy. Hey, Chris, I promise you, my next book, it's digital, so it'll be a lot easier for you, bro. Not this one, but my next one after this, be digital. Toner, what's up, bro? I jumped on your live the other day when you were drawing. Popped in there to show my support. Yeah, it's a pain. That's a thing. It really it is. It's a massive pain in the ass. So, but now here I will show you this. Like I got some to tell you. All right, I'm gonna log off in a minute though. But so I have this panel, right? You see all this? I have a lot of. Well, just so you know, real fun fact. This slap is the first thing to break a panel in my book, because I wanted to show that this is happening the same time. That's why I wanted that to go into this panel, so it shows the same passage of time. That's why I did that. So to show that it's kind of connected, right? So I got him here, so obviously he's watching all this. This is all taking place, his down, it's all taking place at, like down, right? And so there's gonna be some dialogue here. So it's important dialogue. All right, everybody, I'm gonna jump off. Actually, I need to, got some other stuff I gotta do. I just wanted to jump off. So everybody that's back in Resurgence on Kickstarter, just want to show you that the stuff we're working on it, showing what your awesome pledges are doing. And if you like anything you see here and you want to see this, the link's in my bio. Go check out the Kickstarter. Got 10 days left on it, fully funded. So if you like all this kind of stuff, you want to see this all colored by and lettered by my amazing team, jump on the Kickstarter. Link's in the bio. Jump on there. We got budgets for everybody. So, all right, cool stuff. All right, tomorrow night is Convictor Crossfire, 8 p.m. tomorrow night, and my host, I'm gonna have a special co-host with Jerry Shallon from E4 Comics. So that'll be fun. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be going to doing Crossfire. If I don't see anybody, hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And, please enjoy spending time with family. All right. I'll see everyone later. D, see you later. Thanks for joining me, buddy, as always. Appreciate your support, bro.